Good evening, teacher.
Hi, Astrid. Good evening.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Doing great, teacher. Thank you for asking too.
That's great to know. So, okay, we're gonna start with today's classes, right? So we stop in, let me check. Oh, okay. Yesterday we stopped in past perfect continuous, right? We already learned how to use it, right? It was not that difficult. The only thing that we have to know is the use of modals. No, it was not. The verbs, right? The verb in its participle form. Today's lesson, it's about the modal should, but sometimes we have to use this modal with another time tense, right? So I'm gonna share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
Yes, teacher, I can see.
That's great, thank you. So let's start. Okay, so today's lesson is about should have, right? As you can see, we have the auxiliary verb have, and in the examples, we have should have gotten up earlier, gotten, walked, driven. So let's listen to the audio.
Hello, how are you? I was almost late again today. I should have gotten up earlier. I shouldn't have walked to work. I should have driven. These sentences express advice in the past. Let's learn more about should have.
Okay, let's continue. This is a short lesson, right? We actually only have two uses. With this, where we're gonna use this structure, where we're gonna find it, right? So let's start with the first point. We're gonna see the main use of should have.
We use should have plus the past participle to give advice about something that happened in the past. You should have worn a different outfit. Jeans were too informal.
Okay. As you can see, the structure is similar to the present perfect, right? We have the participle, the auxiliary verb have, and we have the participle verb, right? Okay, so we're gonna use this structure, this formula, to give advice about something that happened in the past, right? Again, here happens the same as the other day. What time tense is this? Could be the past, but as we are using the modal should, we have to use the verb in its base form, right? So it is gonna change to, well, could be the present perfect, right? Present perfect modal plus the present perfect. And if I'm gonna talk in third person, I'm not gonna modify the auxiliary verb as I should do with the present perfect, right? But as I have a modal, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, you should have worn a different outfit. Jeans were too informal, right? So yesterday was the Christmas dinner, right? And I don't know, you wore a blouse and a blue jean, right? Okay, but it was a formal dinner, right? So my advice, right now we're on Thursday, right? Yesterday was the dinner. Yesterday was Wednesday. Okay, so now that we're on Thursday, right? And now I have to give you an advice, right? And maybe to the next time that we could have a dinner, a similar dinner. Okay, so my advice is gonna be, oh, Astrid, you should have worn a different outfit. Jeans were too informal, and it was a formal dinner with our boss or colleagues. So take care with the next time, please, right? So it was an advice, right, that I give you about the situation, about the past situation, right? It was yesterday. Again, I'm trying to give you an advice, but the situation has already happened, right? It was in the past, yesterday at night, right? As for example, okay. So that's the first use of the present. Oh, sorry, of the this combination should have, right? To give advice, we're gonna use this structure should have plus a past participle verb to give advice about something that happened in the past. We have the other point. Let's listen.
We often use should have and should not have to express regret.
I should have known better. I should not have trusted Dean.
We can also use should have and should not have to express blame.
It's your fault. You should have kept your promises.
Okay, now let's continue with the next point, right? Okay, we have this structure, right? About the should have, right? And we also have the negative, shouldn't have, right? I should have worn a different outfit, right? Or I shouldn't smoke, right? Or I shouldn't have drunk with all my colleagues there, for example, right? So that's a regret that I have in the past, and everything is in the past, right? So now I'm sorry for that situation. I feel it was a blame, right? So now as a result, I'm sorry about that, right? Estoy arrepentida. I'm sorry about that situation, right? So that's a regret, okay? I should have known better. I shouldn't have trusted Dean, right? So you have the two options, right? Should have known. I should have known better. That's a regret. I shouldn't have trusted Dean. So I trusted on Dean, right? But my regret or my wish could be I should not have trusted Dean, right? But I did it, okay? Then, as I mentioned before, we can also use should have and should not have to express blame. It's your fault. You should have kept your promises. It's your fault. You should have saved your bags, right? We're gonna suppose that you were in the airport, right? And you didn't, well, you forgot where you placed your bags, right? So I'm gonna then I don't know who's responsible for it. So I'm gonna blame you, right? It's your fault, Astrid. You should have saved your bags, right? So and you're gonna tell me, no, yes, I should have saved my bags, right? Or I shouldn't have, what can we say? I don't know, I shouldn't have bought these little bags, right? We're gonna suppose that, right? So because those are little, then I forgot where to place it, right? But it's a supposition, right? It's an example, okay? So you have both options, right? It depends on the situation, which one you're gonna use. Should have, shouldn't have, right? The negative goes between the auxiliary verb, the modal should plus the auxiliary verb shouldn't, or should not have. And the verb in its participle form, as you can see, we need to know the participle form of the most common verbs in order to form the sentence in the correct time tense. Okay, so to express, to give advice, to express regrets, to express blame, we have three uses of the should have. Okay, it depends on the situation. Something that these three uses have in common is the structure for sure, right? And is that all of them are gonna help us to talk in the past time tense. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right. Do you have any question maybe?
I don't know exactly what I should have known better mean.
You mean what is the meaning of it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I should have known better. Okay, I'm gonna translate you this one because in Spanish this noun is like sé, right? I should have known, debí saber o debí saberlo, debí saber mejor, right? Debí haberlo sabido mejor, sí, debí, I should have known, debí haberlo sabido mejor. Okay, that's the meaning of it.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. Do you have maybe another question?
No, that's all.
All right, thank you. So, yes, that will be everything about this first page, right? If you have any question about the vocabulary or then about the use of the explanation, the formula, just ask me, right? So let's continue. Okay. Oh, something that, well, for this structure, right? The translation, the other translation, right? Is like debería haberlo sabido, right? O debía haberlo sabido. Ok, podríamos tener en las dos próximas traducciones. Debería haberlo sabido o debí haberlo sabido. Ok.
Okay, teacher.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna continue with point number 3. We're at the end of the page of the explanation, I mean. And we're gonna learn how could I use the contraction of this should have, right? So let's listen.
In conversation, we often shorten should and have to should have, and should not and have to shouldn't have. Don't use these contractions in writing.
I should have known better. I shouldn't have trusted him.
Okay. As I told you many times, the contractions are very common, right? In conversation, in informal conversation, right? In informal and formal conversation, we don't do it, right? When we're gonna write a letter, we're gonna talk to our boss, we're gonna make our CV, right? It's we don't have to use the contractions, right? Only in spoken English, in informal spoken English. So we often shorten should and have, right, into should have, and we make the contraction for should not and have to shouldn't, right? The pronunciation is a little bit difficult, right? Because it's too much, right? This should is the modal. This N is the negative. And this V, right? We only pronounce we don't pronounce letter E, only this one. V is like V, okay? We shouldn't, is like the contraction for all of it, right? So we're gonna listen the audio again, so pay attention to this part. I don't know if the volume is okay. It's difficult. In my opinion, I actually, well, I didn't hear right before to my students because it's a little bit difficult. You can do it for sure, right? But it's more common to use should have, right? So let's listen again.
In conversation, we often shorten should and have to should have, and should not and have to shouldn't have. Don't use these contractions in writing.
I should have known better. I shouldn't have trusted him.
Okay, so, and for the last part, you as you can see, it is it says fastly, you know, right? It is fast, right? So it's up to you which one you're gonna use. Ya cuando hablamos en el inglés ya hablado, no sé si en spoken English, pasa desapercibido. Lo que nos ayuda a identificar qué tiempo verbal es o qué tipo de lección se trata es el verbo. Entonces, trusted, ok, entonces debe estar en presente perfecto con el modal, right? Es lo que nos ayuda a diferenciar porque en realidad las contracciones son tan comunes que no se puede identificar a veces. Claro, si vamos a hablar con un angloparlante, right? Con un nativo es extremadamente minuciosa la forma de hablar de ellos porque, claro, hablan fluido, bueno, no fluido, sino que por el tema de las contracciones a veces para nosotros se nos hace complicado de entender, ¿ok? Pero te vas a dar cuenta por el contexto nuevamente, el contexto es lo que es nuestra salvación y por el verbo por el que vaya a estar seguido, right? En este caso es trusted, so puedo imaginar que está hablando de algún modal y el presente perfecto, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher. But only in speaking, right? No, right.
No, yes, you get it, right? Cuando escribimos, y esto se ve en otro curso, en el A13 o 14, el tema de la puntuación, que es súper importante. Ahorita no lo hablamos detalladamente, pero sí, en el tema de hablar ya, de escribir, hablar con personas superiores, a nuestros jefes tal vez, al escribir especialmente, hablo de escribir cartas, de escribir algún libro, de escribir algún currículum. No utilizamos contracciones, está prohibido porque es un error, es una falta ortográfica. Pero en el inglés hablado, si es que tú te vas a comunicar con algún amigo, claro que sí puedes hacerlo, no hay ningún problema. Siempre y cuando sea informal, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
All right, so let's continue with point number 4.
We also use should have to ask questions and give short answers. Should Jackie have confessed?
Yes, she should have. No, she shouldn't have.
Okay, so let's continue with let's finish with the last point, right? Okay, so we have should have. We can also, as it is a modal, right? We have the possibility to use this in questions, right? For example, should Jackie have confessed? Yes, she should have, or no, she shouldn't have. Okay, these are questions, these are yes, no questions, yes, no, right? Let's see the structure. It's similar. The only thing that I'm gonna do, and the same happens with all the yes, no questions, is change the order. That's all, right? To change the order, I mean, for example, in first place is my subject, okay? Subject. So my model is in second place, okay? I'm only gonna focus on this first part. I learned this when I was 16, I guess. No, yes, or 15, I don't remember very well. But one of my teachers gave me this tip, right? For those yes, no questions, the only thing that we have to do is change the order, right? The subject always goes first, right? And this is something typical in English, right? They don't omit the subject. You're always gonna find a subject. If it's not like I, he, she, you, he, she, it, right? You're gonna find it with nouns, right? Subject pronouns or nouns, right? So we're always gonna find the subject, right? So it's difficult, even though it's not common, right? No es, en castellano solemos omitir el sujeto, right? Pero en inglés no, se utiliza hartísimo los sujetos. Te vas a dar cuenta, I should, I, y eso es algo súper bonito porque se siguen las reglas, right? So, it's the subject and the modal, right? Okay, so how can I change it? The modal goes first and then the subject, okay? Then we're gonna continue with our auxiliary verb, and then we're gonna suppose, right, that is the same verb. We're gonna finish with our verb in its participle form. Okay, and that's all. Y lo mismo sucede con todas las preguntas que sean de yes, no. Claro, también sucede con las otras preguntas de WH questions, solo que ya aumentamos where, what, right? It depends on the information that we want to know, of course, right? So, for example, is Jackie here? This is a question. So, Jackie is here, right? Es cuestión de cambiar de posiciones y ya está, ¿ok? Ese es un tip tal vez que vamos a poder tener en algunos ejercicios que vayan a contener, cambiar el orden o tal vez ordenar, nos dan oraciones desordenadas, palabras desordenadas y tenemos que formarlas. So that's a great tip that's gonna help you. And the same happens with the yes, no questions, WH questions. The only difference with the yes, no questions is that we only have to add the WH question, right? The WH word, I mean, what, where, who, whom, right? Whose, okay? So the answer, yes, comma, space, she, the subject, should, and have, right? The verb is not necessary to write, okay? We omit it, right? So, yes, she is. No, she isn't, right? Notice that we use the contractions though, right? No, she shouldn't have, or no, she should not have. It's up to you which one you are gonna use, okay?
Good job.
Is there any question maybe?
No. No.
All right, that's great to know. So we're gonna practice. So please give me a second and okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you. And once you can see it, please let me know.
I can see it.
Okay, thank you. Can you please read the instruction?
Complete the sentences. Choose a word from the answer pool. Type the correct form of the word into the blank. You may also need to use the negative.
Okay, thank you. Astrid, could you please give me a second? I'm gonna close my door.
Okay, teacher.
Give me a second.
No problem.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so we're gonna continue, please, with number 1.
I really like Talia. I should have
Okay.
asked
Should
asked
have, sorry, asked.
asked
Okay.
her for a date when we were in college.
Great.
Talia doesn't have much experience. Maybe I should have given the grower story to her. I'm still angry at myself for using an app I never even heard of before. I should have been more conscientious. Uh, Poor Talia. I should have I should have um, I should have gone to the restaurant with her and Nick. I could help them. I feel sorry for Nick. He's a nice guy and a great athlete. This um oh this shouldn't
Okay.
have happened to him. I am so angry at them. I should have known that I couldn't trust him.
Could you please repeat this word? The pronunciation is athlete. Okay.
Athlete.
Athlete. Yes, great. It's great now. Okay. So, what else? I really like to. Oh my goodness. I should have asked, should have given, should have been, should have gone. Okay, so let's submit. Okay. Should have given. Talia doesn't have much experience. Maybe I shouldn't, right? That's the negative, right? Tony feels, has a regret, right? He's sorry. Okay, so that's the reason of why we have to use a negative.
Okay, teacher.
Do you get it?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's continue with the next, with the next exercise. And I'm gonna share my screen with you again. Oh, what is this? Oh, this, oh, okay. In a second. Okay. Now, I'm gonna share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's start.
It's cold in here. I should have worn the sweater. Alan is an honest person. We should have believed him from the start. Thought only got a C on his math test. He shouldn't have studied harder for it.
Okay.
There's a big soccer game next week. And we should we should have gone.
Are you sure if we have next week?
We should go.
Yes, we should go. All right.
I shouldn't have bought that outfit. It was much too expensive.
Okay.
Who should who should have I asked about the problem? And should I have should I have called before I came? And just you should have. I'm not going to be ready for an hour. Jen should have been more careful when he talked about his boss in the lunch room.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to modify something or everything is okay?
The sixth.
Okay.
Who should I have
asked about the problem? Great. So let's check. All right. So Todd only got a C on his math test. Okay, this is a great one. I'm gonna take it was number 3, right? Let me check. Okay. Shouldn't have started. The correct one was should have. Right. Okay. I in my opinion, right, I would suppose that it was letter C, right? Because the greatest note or the least note, the least grade, I mean, is C, right? So if he got a C, it means like he had or he got a bad grade, right? So I don't know what's going on with this, right? Claro, las notas se cuentan desde A, que es el que tiene el tres ¿cómo se dice? 3 signos de más. Y luego viene B, que solo tiene 2. Y por último C, que es el que menos tiene, right? Entonces, se supone que este debería ser una nota de aplauso. Entonces podría ser, she shouldn't have studied, right? Harder for it. No debió haber estudiado mucho por ello, ¿ok? So, voy a consultar esto porque en mi opinión debería ser C, ¿ok? En cuanto a la estructura, ambas están bien. Tal vez podríamos Si cambiáramos la letra C por A para indicar que estudió demasiado y por eso se sacó una buena calificación. And for that, he got a grade, a high grade or a high score. So we have to change it to letter C, right? But I'm gonna ask, right? I'm not sure about it, but until till I know, it's like A is the maximum, right? And C is a bad grade. Okay, but I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna ask my colleagues. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so yes, in my opinion, it would be great. I would give you points, right? So, but I'm gonna ask, please. I'm not sure about it, right? So, okay, so we're gonna continue. Okay, now we're gonna practice, right? Give me a second, please. Where is it? Slide shares. No, it's not this one. Where is it? Okay. We're gonna practice our speaking, right? So I'm gonna share my screen with you. You know how it works. We already practiced this from this page before. So once you can see my screen, please let me know.
Just teacher, I can see.
Great. So please give me a number.
5.
Okay. All right. So could you please read the question?
Okay. Do you think it is a good idea to select government leaders from the masses and the ordinary residents? Explain your response with details and examples.
Okay, I'm not sure if we made this question before. We're gonna continue, right? This is not part of our TOEFL exam. So yes, we are not gonna find it. Which one do you prefer? Yes, yes. Okay, yes, that looks great. Okay, so some people prefer to do difficult tasks at first. Can you please continue reading?
Okay. Before finishing easy ones, while others prefer to do easy tasks before completing difficult ones. Which one do you prefer? Please use specific reasons and examples to support your response.
Okay, yes. So the first thing that you have to know is please use specific reasons and examples to support your response. You have to understand this question, okay? So yes, do you get it? Is there any question about it?
No, I think that it refers or it's clear. Well, I understand that.
Yes, that's the first step, is to understand the question. Then you're going to be available to answer, right, correctly. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes, right? Not 60 seconds. Oh, no, you know what? We're going to try first with 60 seconds, but I don't remember which question was it. So I guess it was 39. No, my God. Oh my goodness, I forgot. No, you know what? We're gonna choose this one, right? I don't remember the number. Okay, could you please read it?
Okay, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Parents should not let children choose jobs that are difficult to become successful.
Okay, parents should. This is the statement, right? Parents shouldn't let children choose jobs that are difficult to become successful. Oh, it is an interesting one. It was 54. Yes. Okay, 54. right? So from now, we're gonna start, right? You're gonna have 45 seconds. So pay attention to the audio. The timeline is here, right? So let's do it. Let's
For the
practice.
independent speaking question, you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to answer.
Okay, as you can see,
Your 15 seconds preparation time begins now.
all right, as you can see, you're gonna have 15 seconds to prepare the response, okay? So then you're gonna think, do you agree? Oh no, I guess I agree. Yes, I agree. Yes, okay. So now you're gonna have 45 seconds.
Okay, your preparation time is up. You will have 45 seconds to speak. Please begin speaking.
Okay, so now you can see in the time will observe, we're gonna suppose that it's gonna be my question. I agree with the following statement that parents shouldn't let children choose jobs that are difficult to become successful because they need to start with things, with jobs that they're available. They're gonna be responsible to do it, and they're gonna have enough time because they also are in the high school, so they're not gonna have enough time to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna suppose that my time is gonna finish.
Test end.
Okay, and that's all, right? As you can see, all the time lapse is in this part, right? So are you ready?
Teacher, when it refers to jobs, it refers to a career, maybe, like the career.
No, it's not part of the career. Are jobs like parents shouldn't let children choose jobs that are difficult to become successful. I could imagine that you know, you're gonna find teenagers, but we have children, right? So maybe that's a homemade, right? So, but it's not part of the career because they are children. They're still in preschooler, I guess, right? So in elementary school, right? Lo más probable es que esté haciendo referencia a pequeños trabajos que tal vez se podrían hacer en casa o pequeños trabajos que son aptos para niños. ¿Ok? Pequeñas obligaciones porque son niños. Pueden estar en elementary school or preschool. ¿Ok? So do you get it?
And when it says that are difficult to become successful, I don't understand that part.
Okay. Well, in this case, parents should not let children choose jobs that are difficult to become successful. Yes. Okay. Maybe, okay, I'm trying to take this scenario. Okay. Okay, how about, we're gonna suppose, right, that it's a job, right, are little tasks that parents, the correct word could be task instead of jobs, right? Because jobs are for maybe for teenagers, right? For adults, right? Tal vez la mejor, creo que acá podría considerarse mejor porque jobs es para gente o adolescente que está habilitada para trabajar y recibir sueldo, pero no niños. Tal vez podría ser task, right? Task, y task son los pequeños trabajos, tareas sencillas, mejor dicho, okay? So we're gonna suppose that it's like task. So parents sometimes give children to the responsibility to do some tasks, right? This is gonna help them in the future when they're gonna grow up in order to be enough, to be enough for themselves, right? So do you get it now?
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
not really?
it refers for children, right?
Yes, yes. Aquí tal vez podríamos cambiar, yo cambiaría la palabra, en lugar de poner yo pondría task, porque los tasks son para niños. Un niño no va a tener un trabajo, right? A no ser que diga teenagers, tal vez sí, pero children es muy, muy lejano de jobs. Entonces, tal vez a veces los papás te decían, dan pequeñas tareas, responsabilidades a los niños de tender las camas, de tender sus propias camas, tal vez de levantar el plato, llevarlo a la cocina. Entonces, esos pequeños tasks, a eso podría estar haciendo referencia para poder ser alguien exitoso, ¿ok? To become successful.
Okay.
Okay, do you got it now?
Just checking.
All
Yes.
right, don't worry. So now we're gonna start, okay? So let's do it.
For the independent speaking question, you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to answer. Your 15 seconds preparation time begins now.
Okay.
Okay, your preparation time is up. You will have 45 seconds to speak. Please begin speaking.
Astrid?
Oh, sorry, teacher.
We're gonna start again, right?
Okay.
For the independent
Oh.
speaking question, you
Oh,
have
no.
15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to answer.
Okay. Yes, it was. So pay attention to the time lapse, please.
For the independent speaking question, you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to answer. Your 15 seconds preparation time begins now. Okay, your preparation time is up. You will have 45 seconds to speak. Please begin speaking.
Okay, I think that children have to do things that they like, because, for example, if they, because these little things will help you to be a great man or woman. At home, there are many tasks to do. If you are a guy, you could start helping to your mother or in other activities.
Test end.
Okay, okay. So the question, right? You have to be clear, okay? That's the first point. When I say to be clear, it means that this sentence, right, or the words that you are gonna use, your whole paragraph needs to be well structured, okay? How are you gonna develop this, right? When they are gonna show us a question, right? We're gonna choose this one. Okay. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Is it not acceptable to interrupt people when they are talking? Okay. I only have 15 seconds. Okay. So the question is very clear because we only have 45. Oh, what is that? Because we only have 45 seconds. We have to do it fast. Okay. So what does it mean? I don't have too much time, right? So you have to do it directly, okay? What do I mean with this? Do you agree or to the question? The answer, that's all. Okay. Do you agree or disagree? I agree. Okay. Once I choose my position, I'm gonna think, why, right? Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Okay, my point is that I agree. No, I don't. No. See, that's about to interrupt. I disagree, right? So this is my point. This is my position. From this, I'm gonna start developing my paragraph. It needs to be short, first of all, right? So, as I don't have too much time, I'm gonna try to give a short example, or something that I teach my students to do is to start with I agree or I disagree. Ya desde hace mucho tiempo la página de TOEFL ha sacado las preguntas de ¿cuál es tu opinión? Ya desde hace 3 años se lleva usando este do you agree or disagree, el mismo modelo de pregunta, ¿ok? Entonces, como solo tenemos 45 segundos, lo primero es pensar en nuestra posición. En este caso yo estoy en desacuerdo, so I disagree. Y a partir de I disagree, continúo. I disagree with the following statement about it is, no. I disagree with the following statement that it's not acceptable to interrupt people when they're talking. Te puedes dar cuenta que hasta aquí ya estoy dando una respuesta completa, right? Estoy diciendo mi punto de vista, estoy explicando la oración que me han dado, y desde acá para adelante y hasta finalizar, explico la razón. No, si es que te alcanzara el tiempo, es recomendable dar un ejemplo, no más de un ejemplo, ¿ok? I disagree with the following statement that it isn't acceptable to interrupt people when they are talking, because I think that I need my opinion is to be respectful. So it's rude to do it, right? From my point of view, it's rude. So then when people interrupt me, then I suddenly forget my ideas. So I lost the timeline, and then, okay. Entonces te puedes ya, a medida que vayas hablando, ya se te van a aparecer ideas, porque claro, 15 segundos es nada para preparar una respuesta. Pero como ya el TOEFL se toma a los estudiantes que tienen un nivel alto de inglés, no hay ningún problema, ¿ok? Entonces, 15 segundos está perfectamente bien para quienes ya dominan el inglés, ¿ok? So, I disagree with the following statement. Y fíjate que si a veces no sabemos muy bien cómo vamos a responder, lo mejor es, y siempre recomiendo a mis estudiantes, necesitamos ser claros, concisos. ¿Qué quiere decir? Un párrafo bien estructurado, siguiendo la gramática, ¿ok? Y más allá de eso, que tenga coherencia. Es decir, que yo las palabras que voy a utilizar tengan sentido, ¿ok? Entonces, para empezar, I disagree. Entonces ya estoy siendo clara, estoy siendo directa, ¿ok? Directa a mi respuesta, a la pregunta, a la respuesta. I disagree with the following statement that it isn't acceptable to interrupt people when they are talking. Hasta acá he llegado la primera parte de mi párrafo completo. A partir de ahí hasta el final, ya continúo desarrollando mi idea principal. No vale dar más de 2 ideas, a no ser que hables demasiado rápido, que tampoco es recomendable, es hacerlo a un nivel de que se pueda entender y que estemos súper tranquilos al momento de dar nuestra respuesta, ¿ok? I disagree with the following statement that it isn't acceptable to interrupt people when they're talking because it's rude. They're gonna have their own time to talk, but we have to respect, and they need to respect our own space at the moment that we're maybe giving an opinion. I remember once one of my friends interrupted me when I was talking, and then I suddenly forgot my idea. So that's the reason of why I think that it's rude, so I disagree. For that reason, I disagree. And that's all. Y con eso ya vas a completar tus 45 segundos. Ok, pero no te olvides que hay que ser directos, concisos y tratar de resumirlo todo en 45 segundos. Ok, Astrid.
Ok, teacher, gracias por la recomendación, sí. Creo que eso sí me falta, ir al punto. A veces es obvia, como parece obvia la respuesta, pero me enredo, entonces mejor es como dice, ir directo al punto.
Y
¿Sí
lo
o
que te va a
no?
ayudar para tal vez ser directa es agarrar la primera idea que se te venga a la mente. Porque a veces la respuesta es tan obvia que así como es tan obvia tenemos más ideas y entran más y más ideas. Entonces digo, y me envuelvo con todas las ideas que tengo. Porque la respuesta es muy obvia. ¿Ok? Entonces, tal cual sea la pregunta difícil o sea una pregunta fácil, porque por lo general para determinar el nivel de inglés te dan una fácil, una intermedia y una difícil. Entonces, para cualquiera de las tres, la primera idea que se te venga, esa tiene que ser tu respuesta. Porque si vas a querer dar más respuestas, no vas a tener tiempo. Entonces, así como la pregunta parece fácil, porque parece fácil, tenemos tantas ideas que no sabemos cuál utilizar. Entonces, siempre tienes que utilizar la respuesta que mejor creas que lo vas a desarrollar y que puedas tener un ejemplo a partir de tu respuesta, que ya dependiendo de ti si lo puedes ubicar al principio o al final, siempre y cuando esté bien estructurado. ¿Ok?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, don't worry, Astrid. So we're gonna keep practicing tomorrow, right? We're gonna stop until this part. If you want, you can take a peek on the screen to this question in order to practice by yourself, okay? And then you have to record it, right? So yes, or maybe if you want, if you have time, record an audio and send me to my WhatsApp and I'm gonna listen to it when I have time, and then tomorrow at night, or maybe in that moment, I'm gonna correct you, okay?
Okay, teacher. Mhm.
All right, so this is gonna be your question, right? This is gonna be, I'm gonna copy to your WhatsApp, where is it? I'm gonna send it to your WhatsApp. And please bring it, send me at whatever time you feel comfortable to do it, or you have time, or you're free, okay?
Okay, teacher, I'm going to send my answer, right?
Yes, your audio, okay?
Okay, teacher. Okay. Mhm.
All right, thank you, Astrid. So that will be everything for today. I'm gonna launch 2 polls, right? This is the first poll. Once it's done, let me know, please.
It's done, teacher.
Great, thank you. So we're gonna change the poll and I'm gonna launch it. Once it's done, please let me know.
Yes, teacher. It's done too.
Okay, thank you, Astrid. So that will be everything for today. Have a great night and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Don't forget to send me your audio, right?
Okay, teacher, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.